Okay, so today we're in Minnesota on Lake Minnetonka. This is the Lake Point Estate. It's a property that was designed from the very beginning as a full compound. There's multiple structures, deep privacy, and a layout built around generational living and family, and that is where this story really begins. Everything here at this property is revealed gradually. We're now at the second of two gates. So again, that deep privacy that I was mentioning earlier. As you step through, alongside this driveway, away from the primary residence are these two guest homes. So they almost mirror each other as far as what they offer and the layout, but one is a 3-bedroom and one is a 2-bedroom. But they're intentionally pulled away from the primary residence. So generational living, or if you have family and friends over, they have their own garages even. And again, they can have their own living experience away from the primary residence, which I thought was amazing. And that is the whole idea around this property, is just having family and friends over and entertaining, and even the architecture and just the storytelling here at this property is so cohesive. The limestone just wrapping every surface, those steep slate roofs that we have everywhere, everything is just mirroring each other, and it just plays so nicely. And it has this storybook-like quality to it. I mean, at night, all the lights hanging from the trees, all the lanterns kick on. It really is a magical place. And it took nearly 5 years to build what you guys see right here. As we go over this bridge, you'll notice the ponds that are on both sides, or obviously we're here in Minnesota during the winter. So you could go ice skating right here, which would be a ton of fun. And there are plenty of people out on the lake right now, ice fishing. Just classic, Minnesotan things, and it feels so good to be filming the Midwest, right, Lyd?
It really does.
Well, you guys may not know, but Lydia and I are actually both from Iowa, so Midwest, so it's incredible to be here. It has a pace, that's just slower than, a lot of the other homes we get the opportunity to tour, so it's definitely refreshing being back here. And the symmetry that you see here, and then that massive American flag just above, they went all out. But it's incredible to stand here and just look up at this property. Again, this driveway is just a straight shot to the main residence as we get a full view of the front facade of this home. And as we get closer, the architecture starts to make a lot of sense here, right? So we have that classic American estate with that European and English, French country traditions, but still executed in a way that doesn't feel time period specific, but it's just really feels timeless. I guess that's the best word to place it. It just feels timeless. And this all wraps around. You notice a lot of these cool curvy shapes everywhere on this property. Although there's great symmetry, we have a lot of these cool moments where you wrap around like this motor court. So this is great for dropping off your guests, as you have parking below. You have a subterranean garage and another garage set off. So you've got 16 bays, 18 baths, and 8 bedrooms.
Oh my gosh.
So you've got a lot. I mean, again, the idea was meant to have the family's family over and entertain. And it's great for parties, charity events, and really anything you put your imagination to. But during the summer months, you've got all these fountains that kick on and just resets. That's what I was describing this home earlier when I was speaking with some of the agents of this property. When I'm walking around here, it just feels like you just hit a giant reset button and all your worries just dissipate. As we set up these wide limestone steps into your formal entry, just notice the width not only of the home but of the entry. It just goes straight out to the lake, and this is just a very inviting entrance. I either can get cozied up here in the winter around all the fireplaces that are inside the home and all the gas features that we have throughout, or during the summer, obviously this property completely transforms. The pools are open, the lake is open, but right now, again, a lot of people ice fishing, which is so fun to see. But from where I'm standing, I can actually look down to the tee box where you can tee off just down by the pond. So I may try that later. We'll see. I don't want to put a hole in one of the windows. But yeah, we can try that out. But right here, I wanted to give a big thank you to the listing agents, Lindsay Bacigalupo, Christine Smith, and Geoff Bray with Engel & Volkers for giving us the opportunity to showcase this listing and share it with you all, because it's a one-of-a-kind legacy property, and I have never seen anything like this. I mean, the entrance alone, those steep slate roofs, and the limestone just wrapping everything. It's very natural, very traditional, and as you step in, you'll notice how elevated this home feels. So through this steel-framed glass doorway, it opens straight out to your views here. As you step into the home, everything opens up towards these views, but it's very gradual, just like the entrance and arrival experience of this home. You have this long corridor, my favorite being off to my left. You see all the millworking, all the frames, all these wide doors and hallways, down to the end of the hall where a photograph of a horse sits. You'll see a lot of these horses and statues throughout the home. It's really cool. But right here on the entry, you have 2 tables to drop your things and these 3-tiered glass cylindric fixtures just hanging above. I did want to mention the limestone surrounds on these doors just coming through from the exterior into the interior. It just makes this home feel even more permanent rather than layering a bunch of materials on top of each other. And again, a very European style brought into the home. The exterior facade of the back side of this home is just as stunning as the front. Again, more humans are probably going to see that lakeside anyway as they're boating by, and that was done by T2 Architecture. Here on the interiors, that was done by PK Interior Architecture, and then the builders over 5 years was Kraemer and Sons. Each of those names hold a lot of weight here in Minnesota. They've been doing this for years and years, and as we step past the corridor into this open living room, I mean, look at the ceiling, just the volume of this room. This chandelier alone has 200 glass pieces to make up this. And there's one right behind Lydia as well to balance this room. And then just over here, we have the marble fireplace. It's just wrapped all the way to the ceiling. And each of the millwork, you'll notice the lighting. Everyone had to be on the same page when they're building this home, because there is a lot happening here in all the right ways. And they just utilized, again, over 30,000 square feet. They utilized every step. Everything feels intentional. And this is just one of those moments where you're just like, whoa, check this out. So you press the button here, and behind this slab of marble, it'll reveal the TV. Nearly 400 pounds of marble just being motorized to reveal the TV behind it. You're gonna see a lot of these moments throughout this home tour, which is really cool. I was just surprised they used marble. You could have done some sort of faux painting, but it just wouldn't look the same as the real thing. And as we tour this home, everything is the real thing. Even in this rug beneath our feet, brass inlays throughout in the carpet here. And then of course, that gorgeous hardwood floor that you're gonna see throughout this home tour, all done in different chevron patterns, which is really, really beautiful. And speaking of another beautiful moment, there's actually a guy on a bicycle. Not that this is a gorgeous moment, but I was gonna talk about the view, which is hilarious, but again, probably just the most Minnesotan thing ever. And just beyond your nearly 13-foot tall sliding glass doors, which all pocket into the actual walls, by the way, it just opens up and reveals your view of Lake Minnetonka, which is part of your backyard at this point. And during the summer months, this is just incredible, this indoor-outdoor flow. And of course, you have the fire features out here. During the summer months, it's a reflection pool as well with those lilies. It's incredible. And this courtyard out here is set up like a winner's circle. So after a race, a horse race, everything comes back out to the backyard, kind of like a ceremony. And they've done that with the landscaping and design in the backyard, which I thought was super special, and obviously pulls into all the horses that we've seen throughout the house, between the paintings, the sculptures. It's very cool. Now we have this little seating arrangement, another one of those sculptural-like fixtures above us. I mean, 200 pendants to make up that chandelier. It's incredible, but a great place to relax off of your main entrance, and of course the living and dining area, which we're about to see. But first, I want to take everyone to the primary suite wing of the home. Got a couple stops along the way. So along this corridor, we have one of the bathrooms. I mean, it's just jewelry. We have the walnuts, the black marble. It really does feel just like jewels everywhere in this space. So first bedroom of 8, of 8 bedrooms, so get ready. So the closet space built in, every bedroom is gonna have their own ensuite. So you have the double vanity and just the marble, the touches, everything blends so nicely together, catching those gray hues from the marble, and it's just all carved, included into that walk-in shower. There's just so much attention to detail. And each bedroom is gonna have its own vibe. So textured wallpaper just beyond the headboard, king-size bed, just so you guys get an idea of how large this space is. And then above, just like I mentioned, the jewels, bringing it back up onto the chandelier. There's this geometric feature on this circular chandelier. And as we loop around, this is gonna take us up to the upper level where the rooftop is and the bunk room. You guys have to check out the bunk room later on this tour, it's incredible. But first, we're now entering into the primary wing. So this room is all about warmth and just natural materials. And you feel it the moment you step in. The walnut paneling everywhere throughout this room, and then above the coffered ceilings, just bringing more depth and presence and weight to this space. But behind the desk, you've got the open shelving, the integrated lighting, and plenty of spots for memorabilia, trophies, awards, and again, more of that equestrian thing that we've been seeing throughout this tour, even some stuff from Churchill Downs. I know that one just as a non-horse guy there in Kentucky, but you've got the marble even behind us, and just a great space with all this natural lighting overlooking another one of your tee boxes as well. And it loops down to that subterranean garage. So a lot of cool angles just to view the lake and the drive from where I'm standing. One of my favorite rooms. I mean, it just feels,
beautiful.
I mean, it's intentionally masculine, right? And there is another office on the opposite side of the home, which is a bit more feminine. But down here, you'll notice more of that limestone coming in into the interiors of this home, bringing more natural light. And this is where the primary suite begins. So off to my right, a laundry room behind this pocket door with the sink, overlooking part of the motor court. And then this closet
is crazy.
This is a incredible space. So you can pocket all this off. They didn't compromise on anything, included here in the closet. The chandeliers above, it's set up like a high-end boutique. All the glass closets, the integrated lighting revealing all your clothes, and even on the hardware, not only on these closet doors, but also on these islands, it's all in textured metal, and you're gonna find that everywhere throughout this home. Every piece of hardware was done intentionally and sourced for this home. The fogged glass, diffusing the lights, so you could display your perfumes, watches, jewelry, whatever you want here, and then a full body mirror. But you gotta take a look at this. This is a really, really cool feature here in this closet, all done in brass. There's so many flush features throughout this home. They did a great job. You just press right there, and you've got more space. Again, everything was utilized in this home. They did such a good job. Over here across the island, places to display and store your belts, all done in brass once again, all backed in leather, and you can just open this to reveal your belts. And check this out. You have all these areas to display your personal belongings right here in these custom trays. But yeah, everything is just seamless here in this closet. So you're gonna see that again and again throughout this home as we tour it. But now we're gonna go check out the bathroom, which is equally as special. Check this out. But before I step in, I'm actually gonna grab the camera myself and get Lydia's perspective on this room.
Okay, this is how I'm imagining my mornings here. So I'm waking up and I'm grabbing my coffee from this espresso maker, hanging out here at this comfortable little seating area. And you have everything that you need. You have your refrigerator, you have your microwave, dishwasher, and look at the hand-carved marble. I mean, this floral detailing is so beautiful.
It's so well done. I mean, you really don't have to leave this corner of the home.
No, you really don't.
You got everything in here.
Everything is set up perfectly in here. And this picturesque window is just bringing you in and leading you straight to this bathtub.
It just draws you to the lake. And this tub right here was carved out of a single piece of marble, and it's nearly 2,000 pounds. Like, that is the real deal right here.
It doesn't get any more real than this.
No, yeah, everything is real in this home.
To my right and to my left, you have the water closets, and everything's super symmetrical. You have your vanity set up to my left, shower, and same thing to my right. And just so much natural light coming in and just views of the lake. It's so beautiful.
This is a really cool spot. And it's just off, of course, the bedroom. So I want to show you guys a really cool spot over here. Just off your bedroom, you have a bulletproof panic room. This is a really cool room. It's right here. So it's triple deadbolted on this door. But as you step in, everything in this room is bulletproof. So you have these really large pieces of wood and then of course glass. You can close all this up and you even have a bed in here. So right off of the primary suite. And speaking of volume, like we mentioned earlier, look at this room. This is a wow moment.
It really is.
I mean, the 2 height ceilings, the king size bed, just to, again, give you guys reference for how large this room truly is, and all the integrated lighting in that coffered ceiling, and the 2 chandeliers hanging above the bed space area, all in that teardrop, 3-tiered finish. It's stunning. Like everywhere you look, the lighting is just so well done in this home. And speaking of lighting, let me see if I can show you guys a good spot right here. Check this out. Probably haven't noticed this yet here in the home, but see all these little cutouts?
Yes.
Those are all lights. It's super flush into the wall, so at night, everywhere throughout the home, it just kicks on. It just creates a cool ambiance and obviously just feels good.
It's
and
a very thoughtful detail.
Another thoughtful detail right behind me. So the bathroom, right, is a few steps away. So in the middle of the night, you don't want to walk all the way down the hallway, right? So you actually have a powder room right here, conveniently placed, so you're not having to sleepwalk all the way down. And we also have some direct access points to this courtyard and backyard area, one off to my right and left. And one more cool feature here in this room, check this out. I mentioned this earlier, hinted at it, but now you can actually experience it again. So obviously, we're here on the lake, it's all about the views. But if you do want to watch a movie, this actually comes from the ground and it's completely flush, and a new piece of wood at the base will reveal itself, creating for a nice seamless look. But if you're here in the evenings, since this is west facing, you get beautiful sunsets right here from your bedroom. Drop the TV, right, and just watch the sun drop. I'm now headed back down the hallway across that corridor. We're gonna go experience the other side of the home. We still have to see the kitchen and the dining area. So there's a lot more to explore. So this kitchen here is equally as functional as it is beautiful, as you can see. It's up into 3 different zones on these islands. The first one is more of our utility area. In case your hands are dirty, you need to wash them off. You have this little lever by your foot, so hands free. And then on the butcher block, right? You can push all your peels, anything right there to get a nice clean countertop back. 6-burner gas stove behind me, marble just everywhere here on the backsplash, and your refrigerators and freezers are integrated into that high gloss cabinetry that we've seen here. Look at this massive hood range. This vent is going the entire width of this wall.
It fits the scale of this room.
Everything's proportionate. That's another really thing that's really strong to mention is the proportions. Island number 2, another one of those features which I thought was very thoughtful. And then the prep kitchen. Here you have 3 ovens, induction stove top, refrigerator, the island, everything you may need to obviously prep for your friends and family if you're hosting big events here. And this all overlooks the pool. And everything in here is in that monochromatic commercial grade finish. And you can even pocket this door off, you know, it's obviously separate from your guests in case there's too much noise happening. But to my left, this is pretty cool. Haven't seen this before or too often in homes of this size. All the china and dishware, silverware, furniture, all comes with the property, which I thought was very unique. And another unique feature on zone 3 or the 2-tier island here, the countertop is heated.
That is crazy.
I've never seen this. I've seen heated floors in garages, bathrooms, walls even, but never a heated countertop, and I think it's a good idea.
That's such a good idea, and I would use that every morning.
Yeah, it's nice. You know, you're resting here, arms up on the table. You know, sometimes they get cold. It's a real thing. You know, it's cold.
Your coffee mug keeps warm.
Yeah.
Attention to detail.
Attention to detail. And like, it's like a practical thing that you don't even think about, but it's that little that little just thing that bugs you that you don't think is possible to change that they did. So I thought it was fun.
Of everything.
I thought it was fun. I mean, there's surround sound speakers everywhere in the walls and ceilings throughout this property. It's really cool. But outside these doors with a press of the button, these all slide open and it reveals your covered patio space. And you also have heaters out here during the winter months, or fans, obviously, during the summer months here. But I thought that was a cool feature. It actually feels so good outside, even though it's cold, because we've been running around this pretty large home. But a great place to obviously get outside, create more separation. But now here in this living area, see the L-shaped couch, the informal dining room, and then above, the perimeter lighting just glowing, right? And then these square tiered chandeliers. They don't reflect and dance the light like a lot of the other chandeliers in here. It more diffuses it and makes this room feel a little bit calmer, a little bit softer. You have a massive TV adjacent, and of course, incredible views. So many great spaces just to walk straight out any of these doors and get to the property, get to the lake. So during these summer months, when it's a bit more humid out here on the lake, this actually absorbs the moisture and just regulates the air temperature and quality, which I thought was it's a really cool piece of art as well. But across here, you have the wet bar, espresso area, more marble, of course, and another one of those TVs that are just hidden. Because you're here for the lake, you're here for family, but it is nice every once in a while to turn on the game while you're cooking or eating, and it just drops from the ceiling. This is like what, our third, fourth time seeing something like this?
Yeah, and there's plenty more of that too.
There's even more of that. Just so you guys get perspective, once again, large space, lower level access point right here, and staircase to the upper level. But we're gonna step over into the formal dining room. And look at the flooring. Just the craftsmanship, once again, the attention to detail, the thoughtfulness, the brass inlays, and just take in this space right here. These water droplets just hanging from the ceiling, like the gold leaf as well. Everything just feels suspended. And you've got seating for what? 2, 4, 6, 14 people at this very long table, and then just across textured wallpaper, just reflecting almost what you're seeing here, but in a more dramatic way. And then on the ceiling, Venetian hand plaster, just that ornate detail, all overlooking the front yard. It's a very special moment, and you kind of get a glimpse of this from the outside because it kind of glows.
Yeah, it's a very, very elegant space.
It's a very elegant space, and it's just off your controlled wine cellar here. This is definitely something to see. So you have the backlit stonework right here, and this can actually hold what, 1,100 bottles of wine? And this isn't the only one. This is one of two. There's actually another wine cellar downstairs, which we'll check out, which is even more impressive than this one, if you can believe that. But through these doors, we're gonna head down to Lindsay, one of the listing agent's favorite bedrooms. And it's easy to see why once we get there. It's a great view. But here we have the powder bath, and this is a higher traffic portion of the home, right? So everyone's gonna come in, see the millwork on the ground, and this vanity that's all backlit with that onyx, and wrapped in brass once again, and it almost goes the entire height of that back wall. It's stunning. It takes a little bit of inspiration from that other office, and mirroring that office is this one that I mentioned earlier. It's a little bit more feminine, it's light, it's bright, more airy feeling, and it overlooks the same area of the house. Again, just mirrored. Again, the proportions and the symmetry, are just very equal in this home. But as we come into Lindsay's favorite bedroom, it's easy to see why. I mean, check out the views. This is like the largest piece of glass I've ever seen in a residential home. And it just perfectly pictures Lake Minnetonka here, and the pool, of course, just down below. Kind of keep an eye on everything. This is one of the best views, I think, in the entire property.
Sunset is probably so beautiful
Sunsets, I mean, even sunrises against that water as it comes up above the house. It's just stunning. But king size bed and the textured wallpaper. Again, very little drywall in this home. Everything has a texture and a touch and a feel to it. And theme. So the theme varies a bit in here as well. Double vanity, more marble here on the countertops and backsplash. That teardrop theme continues. And then just off to my left, we have the water closet and a walk-in shower. Everything's just very clean and simple, and that was intentional because this feels a bit of like a boutique hotel. I mean, even the metal fabrication on here is simple, and it looks more like a design feature rather than a lighting fixture itself. Those geometric shapes kind of follow on the wallpaper as you entered. But wrapping around, we're gonna go check out the mud room, laundry room. Every proper Minnesotan home needs a massive mud room. So you're dragging in snow, slush. This is the room where you drop your items, all the lockers along the wall, and it has this really clean, minimalistic, industrial feel with the fixtures, and you have a ton of garage bays outside these doors. Then off to my left, we have a powder room. A lot of great choices in here, and the laundry just behind these doors. So down the hall, we're gonna go upstairs. We still have not gotten to the fun stuff yet, believe it or not. So all the fun is happening on the lower level. There's so many games and activities and secret rooms on the lower level, which I'm excited to show you guys. But first, we gotta head upstairs. So you have this wrapping staircase, all done in that brass finish. It's all been brushed. Really clean look. And I'll meet you guys at the top level. As you reach the top floor landing, my first instinct in these homes is always to look down and just look at the spiraling geometric fixture that goes all the way down to the lower level. It's stunning. And then above, the barrel ceiling, Venetian plaster, and the thoughtful fogged glass windows, which bring a little bit more light here into the space. But behind me, speaking of hidden rooms, right? There's actually one right here. And as you go up this staircase, there's a powder room, but then on the very top level, there's a rooftop. So that's actually how you access it, and just blends right into the wall here. Storage and the elevator to all 3 levels. And you may be able to hear the piano as we step into this area that opens up as you look out over the lower level and gathering space. This perspective is actually so cool. You get to see the lake through those transom windows and just look at the curvature of the roof lines and of course the fixtures down below. But as people gather, they think you have an artist up here playing piano, but really it's just one of those self-playing pianos, which is so fun to see. Adds to that atmosphere and vibe as you step into this home. But across here, off to my right off the staircase, is a laundry room, thoughtfully placed because we have a lot of bedrooms to get to on this level. First one we'll check out. Storage off to my left where you can place your things, closet space, and this bedroom is just gorgeous. Vaulted ceilings, a lot of volume in here, overlooking the lake as well, and 2 single vanities. And on the floor, you'll notice the pattern and theme is specific to this bedroom. Chain links gathering together. It's just a cool design choice. And now as we come out, we're gonna go to our other bedroom up here. I think how many bedrooms are up here? There's like 2, 4?
There's a lot of
There's 4.
here.
And in the bunk room, I don't even know how many beds are up there. I'm gonna guesstimate that there's probably around 15, like 10 plus beds.
I think there's 12 in the bunk room alone.
Okay, so there's definitely closer to like 15. But that same idea, again, the symmetry, the barrel ceiling, the Venetian plaster, the thoughtful windows, letting light in. But here we have the spa. I really feel like Lydia should be doing this room, but just imagine like having all your girlfriends out here having a spa day while all the guys are out on the lake or something.
That would be so refreshing.
Yeah, that's another thing this house was built for, is you could literally have a guy's trip or a girl's trip at your house.
You could do both and never see each other.
Really, I mean, there's so many bedrooms here, but another thoughtful thing about each and every single one of these bedrooms, not only do they have en-suites that are primary suite worthy, but they also have refrigerators. So you don't really have to leave your room. Some of them have espresso machines built into them. So mosaic flooring with that brass trim, freestanding tub. You can see the lake right away. This house is always gonna come back to this view. And that mosaic inlay is also thoughtfully done into the shower, and the walk-in closet is just beyond. So into this bedroom, you got a day bed on each side overlooking the east and west. This bedroom is great. You get sunrises and you get sunsets in here. And at night, got a telescope right here, you can watch the stars. So
stargazing.
You can do it all in this room, but we're gonna move across because we still have a few more bedrooms hit up. And one of my favorites being this bunk room. Again, this is generational living, so your families, brothers, cousins, nephew.
And your best friends.
And your best friend and their best friend can all stay here because there's that much space.
But it all feels so homey at the same time.
Yeah, that's another thing. It all feels like home because of how thoughtfully it was laid out. I mean, check out this little bay area that's curved and the dome ceiling. You can see this almost turret-like moment from the exterior of the home, which is fun. Now stepping here into this bedroom, here in the bathroom, you'll notice it's set up like a high-end boutique hotel, right? So all the touches are very elegant and clean. The walk-in shower just on the far end, but as you step into this bedroom, the closet is off to your right, the mini refrigerator is off to your left, so you don't really have to leave your room too much for anything. And then the bedroom is almost mirroring the one we just saw. What was that, 2 bedrooms ago, right?
Something like that.
Just adjacent to the front entrance is where these two sit. And again, vaulted ceilings, warm tones, everything just comes together so nicely. Continuing down the hallway, as the sun begins to set across the lake, you'll notice the lights being filtered through those windows, moving across the wall, just really warm and inviting up here. The statue made from steel at the end of the hallway of a couple, either dancing or ice skating, which you can literally do right outside these windows. But this is the fun part. So down a couple stairs, you've got the bunk room area. And central laundry just for convenience, because you've got just a couple beds over here. And then back behind me, this is another full suite. So whoever has the most kids has to stay here next to the bunk room, but you've got plenty of privacy. I mean, check it out. Through these French doors, you've got storage, you have closet space, and of course the full ensuite with that black and white tile, which goes into your bedroom with those vaulted ceilings. A lot of space in square footage just in this, so it's well worth it. But over here, we've got
the fun room.
The fun room, yeah. And everything is identical. So everything from my left and right, completely mirrored. So we've got storage, upholstered walls, and over here, the penny tile on the ground, blues, whites, and of course, those taupes that go all the way into that walk-in shower, the mosaic tile behind the sink. Just great hardware on my left and right. And as we continue, check out these queen stacked bunk beds. I mean, this is the ultimate bunk room of any lake house I have ever seen. The barrel ceilings, the industrial fixtures, every bunk, for the most part, gets
its own light fixture.
Its own light fixture, which you can control. There's even lights on the ground to kind of help you find your way up the stairs in the evening and night, and just thoughtful storage. Check it out. Pull open any one of these steps, and you can store linens, your personal belongings, whatever you need here. And I love how everything's in the red, white, and blue because it matches, obviously, the American flag that we have just outside there in the courtyard. And if we played hide and go seek in this house.
Well, don't share your spot.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna share my spot. This is where I'd stay. If we were playing hide and go seek, I would just camp out in here.
That's a pretty good spot.
Grab a pillow and just sit.
I don't think anyone's finding you in there.
No, because there's so many little hidden spaces in this home, and it's just so fun, you know, with your family, just gatherings. That's what it's about at the end of the day. But speaking of things to do with your family and friends, I have no words for what I'm about to show you here on the lower level, so I'm just gonna show you.
Now we're headed down to my favorite part of the home. This is the lower level. This is your entertainment spot where it all goes down. You come down this dramatic staircase with a brushed brass railing, and then back behind me, it's a total vibe change down here. And to add to the drama, look at this horse sculpture.
And I believe it's made out of all just welded piece of cylindric metal, just tied together. And you can see a lot of those equestrian pieces throughout the home. That theme continues.
And then in here, this is your entire wellness wing. You have the gym, spa, saunas, everything that you could need. Look at how beautiful this coffered ceiling is with this sculptural light fixture. And then back here, this is your locker room. You've got a place to get ready. You have your powder bath with the limestone and beautiful light fixtures. And then to my left, you have a changing room. And then back behind Gavin, we have a fully equipped gym. And I can just imagine my morning routine in here, filling up my water at the fill station, getting my workout in, hopping on the treadmill and having these doors open and just watching my friends and family swimming in the pool. Get done working out, go join them, or go hop in the lake.
Yeah, you got options here.
You really do.
Tons of options, especially with the amount of equipment that you have in here. You can get a full body workout in. This is commercial grade.
It has everything that you need. And back behind me, you have a Himalayan salt room.
I have never seen one of these, but it's really good for, I guess, your hair, your skin, just everything. Just everything.
You just go in there and take a deep breath.
This is one of the cool shots though, just looking into that space from the gym. I love that it's just a big window.
Mm-hmm. And then behind me, you have your sauna, you have your steam room, and then where you enter in your Himalayan salt room. And then in this room, imagine having like a girls' weekend, getting massages done, getting in the Himalayan salt room, doing the whole routine. So this is just such a relaxing vibe, and it's all in your home.
I know, it's hard to believe that this is all in your home. It's like I said at the beginning of this tour, this entire home is just a giant reset button. All your stresses, your worries just don't exist when you're here.
Away. And then over here you have your wet bar with your refrigerator, and then back here you have laundry, locker room, and a shower as well in there to rinse off after enjoying your wellness wing. And back behind Gavin,
down this hallway, which looks ominous, but it's all automatic, so check this out. You go down this hallway, the lights turn on, mechanical room, prep kitchen to my right, and then right behind this door, look at this. Just got a couple of cars out here. You've got 2 Urises, and I think, what is this one? I have to check this out because I love cars, and they got a couple, just an Aventador, something casual, and now back inside. I mean, there are 16 bays in this garage. It's
plenty of space for all your cars.
Plenty of space. So if you're a collector or you just have a lot of family, you got it all here.
To my left, you have dressed in black, this powder bathroom. Again, every bathroom, bedroom has so many beautiful details, yet it all goes together so beautifully.
It's like jewelry. Everywhere you look, there's jewels on the walls and sconces. It's really cool.
Before we get to this side, we're gonna check out the movie theater. The vibe completely shifts once again once you enter this moody movie theater. I can just imagine picking the best seat in the house, which is right in the middle, cozying up with some popcorn and, let's see, does this recline? And reclining.
Of course it reclines. And I love how the chairs, that dark brown leather, matches the wood on the coffered ceilings and on the walls. And you guys probably guess, everything is plush to the touch, kind of capturing the sounds in here, creating for that cinema-like experience.
Mm-hmm. You could have popcorn set up over here, drinks, snacks, everything that you could possibly need. And this is probably one of the coolest features that I've seen in a home. This is your wine cellar. It's completely underground.
And this moment feels completely unexpected in the best way.
It feels like I'm headed down to a really cool speakeasy with the staircase tunneling down into the earth. And look at how cool the rugged rock is above your head. But then notice the detail of the smooth railing in the integrated lighting. They didn't miss out on any details when it came to this home.
And now we're well beneath the house here.
Look at how stunning this light fixture is. It just totally sets the tone for this room.
And it's just being suspended from these groin vault ceilings. I mean, everything down here, it feels ritualistic. It feels like a ceremony is happening, but it's perfect just to come down here, get quiet, have conversation, and have just a couple bottles of wine.
Wine for one, right?
Wine for one.
I can imagine just after dinner having my charcuterie boards out, being down here with friends. You could have your kids upstairs in the game room, which we'll get to, and having your own fun down here as adults.
Yeah, this is a really cool space, and it feels like we're floating with all the lighting that we have down here, and it also feels very old world.
It does. It really does. And then back here, you have your temperature controlled wine cellar, and you can fit 550 wine bottles down in this room alone. And upstairs, you can fit 1,100 up there.
Yeah, so well over around 1,600 plus bottles of wine. You're never gonna run out here.
No, you're not. But before we go check out the rest of the entertainment level, every home like this needs a secret passageway.
There are so many in this home, by the way.
And then up this staircase, you have a full prep kitchen in here. So while you're downstairs drinking your wine, you can have your charcuterie boards prepped here, you have your fridge, you have microwaves, ovens, everything that you could possibly need. And then back this way, Gavin and I are gonna switch off, and he's gonna show you the rest of the home.
And now we're gonna begin more of the fun things. So, pool table centering it all as you walk down here. The high tops, tons of natural lighting, the Sputnik fixture above. You got a lot of these cool elements everywhere between the sconces, the fixtures. Everything feels obviously very intentional, but kind of like jewelry in a way. But this is the climate-controlled Cigar Lounge. You step into it, the walnuts on every surface, the coffered ceilings, again, just creating more depth. Here's where you can get some bets going here on your poker table, the TV. I mean, everything is just touched in brass and metal. All the materials bring so much warmth and character to this room. And here's where you're gonna sit down, grab a cigar, open up this. Your humidor is right here. You can just have everything laid out. There's even a cigar right here, actually.
Just for you.
Just for us. So I thought that was super fun. Now stepping up and check out this lounge area. Again, these picture frame windows just overlooking your pool, the backyard, and of course, Lake Minnetonka, which is part of your backyard. Now, check out this bar. This is stunning. It feels like an AI rendering that came to life.
It really does.
I mean, above, again, more brass, diffused light, just screening for a soft glow in here. And then continuing that theme, down below, outline in brass, the corrugation of the marble and the backlit marble. I mean, it's stunning. It really is.
They didn't miss on any details with this bar or any part of the home.
Leaning into the permanence, once again, is a structural column, again, very European. And more seating on this side of the bar. Everyone can overlook the bowling alley or the golf sim area. But check this out. We have another one of those really cool TVs just ascend from this countertop right here. Everything here, like I've been saying, is seamless, well thought out, and very intentional. The wire mesh is even backing where you get your shoes from.
Wow.
Your bowling balls are set up and displayed. I mean, it's a showcase. Now, over here, you've got the golf sim. But this isn't just your ordinary golf sim by Full Swing. This is also football, baseball, and you even have, again, this is a prop, YouTube, this is a prop, but you've got tons of just different firearms for different games like duck hunting, etc. So I'm gonna just take a swing. I'm gonna demonstrate so you guys know what this is supposed to look like.
This is how you do it.
This is actually how you do it right here.
Hopefully it's a good one.
All the clubs are just a little short on me, but you know what?
Wow.
That's not too shabby.
Hole in what? Oh,
right in the grass,
in the bushes.
Just like I planned.
That was on purpose.
I'm better when I'm actually playing golf out of the bushes because I like the Forrest Gumpness of it.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Well, I like the adventure. Anyway, I'm a lot better at bowling. I almost forgot, guys. On each side of this golf sim area, more hidden rooms. It's just storage this time.
Are you sure it doesn't take you somewhere?
Let me see, actually, I don't know. It's just storage. But that's on both sides, which I thought was super fun. Again, if you're playing hide and go seek here, it's game over.
It
You're
really
winning.
is.
You are winning. There's no way that you get found here. Now it's time for bowling. So I showed you guys my golf swing, right? And now I'm going to show you my bowling strike.
Oh yeah,
Guaranteed.
It's definitely going to be a
Every
strike.
time, pretty much automatic.
Ooh! Strike and
Wow. Okay.
on the first try.
All right, okay. No worries, sorry, Lydia, your turn.
Oh, my turn?
Yeah,
oh,
let's see it.
Okay.
Let's see it.
Here we go. This is gonna be a strike too. Right, strike! Strike! Don't look that way. No, don't. It reset really quickly.
Oh, okay.
But that was a strike too.
Well, that was sick, Lynn. Wow. So we both got strikes. That was amazing. Wow, we're so good.
I know, who would have thought?
All right, well, this is probably the most used game in the home anyway, because we're in Minnesota, so we've got hockey. Very appropriate. And then foosball, of course, the classic. And then we have shuffleboard, regulation.
Wow.
Yeah,
the pro
regulation
stuff.
size. So
this would be perfect for a whole tournament.
you could easily have a tournament here. I mean, you've got the classics, some Miss Pac-Man, Galaga, and then lining the bowling alley on this side are all these high top chairs. And then I love how your view of the lake is never out of focus. You have the mirrors lining the entire back wall and then dividing each mirror. They paid almost homage to the indigenous Dakota people that were here obviously before with these sconces. They have this tribal, almost abstract ceremonial look to them, obviously with that modern flair that this home brings fully. And Lake Minnetonka, right, the lake we're on, actually means great water or big water, which I thought was super fun and a nice respect here. But I'm dominant at this game, I'm not gonna lie. I'm dominant. It's not because I have a reach advantage or anything like that, but every house we go to, I try to set the record.
It's true.
So whatever little kid set the record on the game, I'm over there and I'm like, on their little game. But
It's not fair.
It's not fair. Big buck hunter right here, safari mode, little powder bath right here set aside, more modern energy in here, and then the dark movie theater room. But really, this is where the games are being watched. You have 4 different screens. We've got the movie theater across, so this is where you're gonna come and have 4 different games going on. Some
boys are hanging
UFC, some
out
NFL
here.
on here, and this is the back room to where the pins and everything moves. It's a mechanical room. So pushing out, we're gonna go check out the pool house and then some of the grounds. So yes, more to see. Out the door, we're gonna go check out this pool house. It is stunning. So through these steel and glass doors, you're greeted by a full bathroom right here, or a 3/4 bathroom with that walk-in shower. And it's just so light, bright, and airy in here. And it's just stunning. Everything just feels so clean and crisp with those white beams on this vaulted ceiling, and then these abstract, modern fixtures hanging above. Almost look like tree branches in a way. But here at this bar, you've got 2 height on the island and the induction stovetop centering it all with that stainless steel hood vent, sub-zero refrigeration on both sides, and then around here, you've got a little prep kitchen where you can hide away any of the mess you've made. Now let's go out, check out the casual dining area and a 6-foot wide fireplace. This thing's kicking out heat right now.
Wow.
And it's so nice to have this on, obviously, during cool summer nights or fall nights, or right now. Honestly, it's perfect for it. And from here where I'm standing at in the pool house, if you look above the kitchen area, there's this row of windows, and through that, you can spot the gate, which actually is a secured area for your pets. So if you're a dog lover like Lydia and I, peace of mind when guests are over, they can all be there. And during the winter months, there's an indoor part in that heated garage for them as well. So a nice added luxury, right? Now use your imagination. It's summer again. The snow's all gone. You open this up, you run out, diving board, pool, hot tub. The workout area is open. It's just a vibe out here in the backyard space. Again, we're on over 8 acres on this property. It's stunning. But here, specifically at this house during the winter months, as you've seen, there's plenty to do on the lower level. I feel like I need a wristband to be at this house because there's so much to do. Feels like I'm at a resort, but you can go from the hot tub during the winter months, do a polar plunge back into the hot tub, apparently that's good for your nervous system, right?
It really is.
Just a full reset, but you have this casual area, open up all these doors during those summer months, just let that cool breeze cool you off from Lake Minnetonka. But we're gonna go check out some more of the grounds here as we have 8 acres, and this is really where the story continues. It feels so good to be outside.
Gav,
Yeah.
can you push me on that sled?
The one we used for the intro?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's too far to walk.
Yeah, you're right. This is like the best mode of transportation in Minnesota right now. All right, yep, let's do it. Let's get on. Oh boy. So this is actually how you could get around if you don't have a snowmobile.
Gavin comes and stays with you and he pulls you on the side.
How was the ride, Lydia?
It's very relaxing.
Good, because I'm done.
What? You're not all the way there yet.
No, we're at the lake porch right now. So I'll see you guys in there. So what I thought was really interesting about this property in itself is to make up this 8-acre parcel, they actually purchased 4 different lots to build this one single that we're on right now. So I thought that was really interesting, and included with that are these grandfathered structures. So this one and the boathouse were both grandfathered in from the previous homes that were here, because it's a rarity that you can even get this close to the water here on Lake Minnetonka. You can't do it anymore. 230 square feet, completely refitted to mimic and match the main house with the copper gutter systems and exposed eaves on the roof line, and these warm coffered ceilings, just adding more depth and character. I love these lantern lights out here. I mean, this would make for a great Pilates studio, art studio, office, yoga room. I mean, use your imagination.
The list goes on and on.
What would you do in here, Lyd?
I think I'd bring out some wine from the wine cellar
True.
and watch the sunset right here.
This is an amazing spot because it's elevated, whereas the boathouse is closer to the water. So this would be a great spot. Or you can stargaze, you know, we're set up for it. But I'm gonna take you guys over to the boathouse here in a minute. But I think we're gonna...
You're gonna take me on the sled.
I thought that was coming.
The rest of the way.
All right, I'm gonna pull Lydia on the sled, let's go. Okay, so this is the quickest way down. There is a set of stairs, but this is more fun, right?
Made it to the parking spot.
Okay, good. Let's go check out the boathouse. Now here at the boathouse, things get a little bit more intimate, a little bit closer to the water. You can open up all these accordion-style doors during the summer months and just let the waves gently crash against the rocks here. I mean, this is so close. I mean, it feels like you're eye level with the lake here. And you can grab a fishing rod and literally cast off from this room, or obviously the docks where your boats are parked up here. But you've got a great space to obviously dine, entertain, more wine, right? But storage out to my left and right, a great custom built in, and those mirrors backing this wall, because again, we're concentrated on the view here, but just a great place to unwind at the end of the day. And speaking of ending the day, the sun's dropping, and we're gonna wrap this video up out on the water, on ice. You ready for this?
Let's do it.
Okay, let's go out here. Okay, so I felt like it was only appropriate that we ended the tour here out on the lakeside of this home. That's what it's about, Lake Minnetonka, right? And coming right here on the frozen water, looking up, this is where the majority of people are gonna be viewing your home, is from the lakeside, and it just covers the entire width of this property. Just the grandeur, the craftsmanship, the precision, the details, the storytelling, everything from A to B is just perfection. And now let's check out how this home lives here at night.